Hello friends, Pastor Bryson with you once again. And I have yet another update on the Trinity United Methodist Church facility and also some news on where our congregation will be worshiping for the foreseeable future. First things first, let's talk about what's happening in the sanctuary and the flood zone. Interestingly enough, water isn't the biggest issue we've had at the church lately, although it must be said that there are still several walls and surfaces that are wet. Even now, a week later, they are still wet. Now, actually, our biggest foe lately has been electricity. You see, our building's power grid is very old, a lot like the rest of our building. It can only hold about 230 volts from what I understand, and that's not a lot. It was never meant to power the many fans and humidifiers that are going and trying to dry out our facility. We're continually blowing breakers and even frying some circuits from what I understand. We've essentially had an electrician on call for the last 3 to 4 days, racing in and out as the power goes in and out. I hear that we have figured out a way to extend our power capabilities, although I have no idea how that works. As Dr. McCoy from the original Star Trek series would say, I'm a pastor, not an electrician, but I know that it is better than it's been. So we're making progress there, friends. Got some more images on the screens on some of the other things that are happening. Some tile is being taken up in the foyer and entranceway. We are finding some more asbestos. It's not so much in the walls, actually, as it is in the tile floors that are underneath some of the carpets. The good news is Renee and the team says that they can probably just seal that and be okay. We're still in this discussion with the insurance company about all that. We do know at this point we owe a $1,000 deductible, but as far as the asbestos abatement and the range of damages and all that sort of stuff, we are still in dialogue with Church Mutual about all that. So forgive me, as Renee and I were saying today, this is going to be a giant unfolding process, but we'll try to keep you in touch as much as possible about it. So the building continues to dry out and gifts and donations continue to flow in. We have established a fund for flood recovery. If you would like to give to that, and many people have, thank you so much if you have. If you'd like to give to that, all you need to do is go to our church website, www.tumc-loveland.org, and click the online giving button. Then in the description part of the donation page, you can write flood recovery, and that will get to the fund we've established. Again, many thank yous to those who have helped us out so far, and many thank yous go out to the churches who have contacted us offering prayers for the shows of support we've gotten from the denomination. And this has just been a great time to remember how good it is to be Methodist. I mean, it's wonderful to remember that our denomination just doesn't argue with itself. It actually helps. We help each other. We love each other. We come to the rescue when needed. And so thank you to the Mountain Sky Conference and beyond for all the support you've given our congregation. And that support continues into the worship venue we will be using for the foreseeable future. Yesterday and the day before, I met with Reverend Leslie Wood, the new senior pastor at First United Methodist Church Loveland, and Reverend Lee Anderson Harris, her associate, and we worked together and had a discussion with their leadership, and we have found a way where we can worship and use their sanctuary, their facility for the future. So we will be worshiping at First United Methodist Church, which, as many of you know, is all of a minute's drive away from our place at Trinity. We'll start worshiping there this Sunday, the 11th of July. It'll be the same time, 10 a.m. We'll be in their main sanctuary, and we do have live stream capabilities. A couple notes about that, though. First Church does have some different COVID precautions than what Trinity was used to. Our congregation was slowly moving into congregational singing. First Church has not done that yet. So this Sunday, we will not have congregational hymns, although they do allow special music to be done by vaccinated performers. So we will have vocal music, just not by all the congregation, unfortunately. The good news is they do have protocols approved for indoor communion. So we will be celebrating the sacrament on Sunday, and we will be doing it inside. So it's a little bit of we lost one thing, but we gained another. But in the end, we gained a place to worship, and that's best of all. So, friends, I would like to challenge the entirety of the Trinity family to be there on Sunday. As I've been saying, this can be a wonderful and transformative time for our congregation. So much grace and goodness can flow out of this hard time, but we need you there to help channel it. So please come stop by First Church. I'll put the address in the description of this video. And remember, we start at 10 a.m. Stop on by. Let's have a wonderful Sunday to celebrate Trinity being mobile, but Trinity being alive. And let's celebrate just the grace of God and the goodness of God that's still in our lives, no matter where we go. So please, Trinity family, when you see this, send this video on, share it with all the people you know, our congregation, wherever they may be. Pick up the phone, dial them, just make contact. Let's get the whole family involved and back in worship if we can. I look forward to seeing you on Sunday, friends. It'll be good to be in person. And as you'll see, there are some connections, interesting connections between our two congregations. And you'll definitely see one in the sanctuary we will be using. So I do want to say one further thing about being able to use First Church. I know in the past there's been kind of a sibling rivalry between our two congregations, for lack of a better term. But please know those dynamics are completely gone here. They don't exist. First Church, Pastor Wood and Pastor Anderson Harris have been wonderful. Their leaders have just been so hospitable for all of our needs. They've essentially given us the keys to the building in many ways. So no, this is not going to be a combined worship with them at all. It's not going to be worship under their auspices or anything. This will be Trinity's worship with Trinity's leadership, with me preaching, just in their facilities. So it'll be us. We'll be two churches in one facility, but we'll be praising the same God. So know that's the arrangement, and we're thankful to have that for the foreseeable future in the months ahead. Okay, friends, there'll be some more instructions coming out here soon, but again, if you have any questions, please reach out to me. I will brew the coffee, and we can discuss the dynamics that's going on. And we can just continue to be thankful that God is working in our midst. So, blessings to you, dear friends. Thank you for all you are doing once again for our congregation, for our flood recovery together, and because God is good. Most importantly, because God is so good. We will get through this. So, I'll send you out on that note. Thank you once again. More updates will follow, but for now, thank you and have a good rest of your day.